I'm going to share my whole desktop. This. So I was going to go through the first sort of couple of minutes was how I got here. So this was a video that I set up in Animoto before I saw the Doodly ad. Which is okay, but I didn't like the writing on it. The music started before the actual, or started after the video started, of which I've got no control because the music is from Animoto. I then jumped forward. I then did the Doodly thing, and I went through a few times. I'm going to show you the end result, and then I'll go back into how I built it, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is now Doodly. Sorry, this is Doodly made on DaVinci. So it's not, oh, stop. So it's not a lot of difference, but I just like the way the writing was. And when I wanted to produce this, I saw, Guy, you'd done a really good long one on putting stuff together. But there was one that one of our members, I can't remember who it was, originally sparked the idea of. He made one with Extreme with Mark Cleghorn.
Yeah, that was Andy.
Andy, yeah, and it was because it included images rather than the free designs you get are pretty Mickey Mouse.
So they're functional. They are functional.
Yeah, yeah, but they do. You get these are the free things you get in Doodly that you can start drawing in. If you pay for it, you can color them in. But what I found was, in this one, which is characters, I can add in pictures that I've made. So I can add in I put these in frames in Loxley and added them in here. Let me just, I'm going to close this and open a new one.
So you said you made it in Doodly, but then done it in DaVinci?
Yes.
Why did you do that?
Bear with me a minute.
Okay.
Let me just close this. Save. I'll open the one I'm going to open a blank one in a minute, but the one that I needed this first page done. I needed this page, which writes on. I needed this page, which was written on, and I needed this page, which wrote those things there. So those are the things I want Doodly to do. And I put things in between and used the music that was created, the audio music that was created in Animoto, though you could use anything else, in DaVinci to get them all to fit together.
Why did you need DaVinci? You can put the music on here.
I could have done, but it's much more clunky, and you've got so much more control on DaVinci, and it doesn't take any more time.
Okay.
And I think it was probably an intellectual exercise for me as well. if I'm absolutely honest. So let me come out of this.
I mean, you get music with this thrown in as well, don't you? There's
a
library.
And you can get music off YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can get music from all over the place. Because I wanted to use this on a black background, so you start a new video. It gives you these 4 choices. You can have a whiteboard, a chalkboard, glassboard, or whatever, and it gives you different sizes. I was putting it on Instagram, so I wanted to create something. I'm going to choose custom. I wanted a black background. And I didn't do this the first time. I learned how to do this when Carl and I were discussing it. Thank you, Carl. So we call this test 2. And I'm going to do custom size. And I'm just going to do it for 1,000. Oops, don't get constrained. 1,000.
So you're going for the square Instagram look?
Yeah, yeah. And the first thing to do is probably just to add. So you've got, these are characters you can add all your pictures that you put in. To get the pictures in, you just press plus, dump your file in there, and it adds it. I haven't come across a limiter tool. And then to use them, you just drag them across. Now that photograph was made in the I can't think of the right word now. What's the strike? Is it a strike in the image in Photoshop?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah. So that was done in that outline was done in Photoshop because it needed something to break it up from the black background. If you click on the pictures, you've got these things across the top that you can delete it. You can actually change where the image is. And what I liked about the one that Andy had done is the one image was on its side and it seemed to give it a bit more of a, and you can change any of the settings for those as well manually, just by double clicking on it. And I need to get rid of you lot down the side because I can't. So down the right-hand side, you can see it's now got a frame here where the cursor is of this picture coming in. If I add some text, and again, I've added these, the geo-grotesque is what my logo is written in. So I added those fonts. But the one I've used here is the, if I can find it, can't remember what I called it now. It's the Gotchi. Where's it gone? That's one. And regular. You drag that onto the page. Now, because I'm on a black background, it automatically, this is a bit of a pain, but you have to, you can't see anything written in there because it's all in black. However, if I go to edit this, which I think is that one, and I change the color to white, oops, or near as it's a bit further up.
There's color presets at the bottom, black, white, etc.
Was there?
Yeah, when you press the color palette when it comes up.
Well, I'll try that on the next one. Thank you, sir. But now you can read it in the. So my first bit of text was, if I can remember it, it's what memory I've got.
Been a long time.
Yeah, I'm going to exit full screen. I've got.
Well, Einstein famously said, "Why remember anything when you know where to look it up?"
Yes.
Says, I've got the phone book. I don't need to remember my phone number.
Yes. Well, I used to be quite good at remembering things, but lately, pardon, I've forgotten.
So are you?
And just by stretching, you can go in and change the size of it in whichever way you want. You can change the way the hand goes on here, but I'm going to use the hand normally. Now, I don't really remember, but this came up before the picture. So I want that to come up first and the picture to come up second. I then want to add another bit of writing in there, which was the, and I've got to change it again. Now, what did you say? I can change it down the bottom. Oh, yes. Thank you, Guy. Got it. Spot on. And this bit was time for a haircut, I think. And it was a bit bigger than that. I've managed to misspell that.
I say, how do you spell hair in Somerset?
Yeah. I can't spell and I can't type.
Haven't got much going for you, are you?
I haven't. No, while I'm on here, I'll add the next. Oops, where's it gone? Come on, behave. No. It's all right doing this when you're on your own, but when everybody's watching you, be painfully slow. And this one was head shots. Whoops. Head shits. And I've got one more to add, which is this one.
My one concern is that if the writing's too elaborate, it's difficult to read on a small screen.
Yeah.
So you've always got to test it out on your mobile phone. But
Yeah.
if you've got to squint at it, if it doesn't jump out at you, you've got to change the font.
Yeah. And to be honest, I've not tested this on the phone, so I need to do that.
Yeah, I think the font is fine, but it's too small.
On
If
all
you
of it.
actually shrink it down to the size it's going to be. So if you look at that screen at the moment, it's about 6 inches high by 6 inches across.
Yeah.
Take it down to about 3 inches by 3 inches. And then you can evaluate it better that way.
Mm-hmm.
You can, make your window smaller so it'll shrink.
Yeah.
And then as you can actually see on the screen what the client sees, because it's so easy to put lots of words on here.
Yes.
And then it's just impossible to read.
And I was trying to keep it short, and I wanted to read in a specific way, with some pauses in as well. So let me just.
When you set this going though, the words is going to be as if somebody's writing it, aren't they?
Yeah.
So you're going to notice them.
You're going to notice them, but if the text is too small, yes, then it's going to be a squint job to read it. So all I'm saying is the more effort someone has to put into it, the less likely they're going to partake. So the trick with these is to keep the message simple and bold, not sophisticated and bitty.
And I'm desperately trying to do that here.
No, I'm not saying, I'm not having a go at you. I'm just saying,
right.
It's one thing that I found when I was doing mine, that you have to start playing at actual size.
Yeah.
Yeah, to see what the result's going to be. So in your case, I'll just shrink the window it's on, the whole Doodly window, just make it smaller so it's on your screen roughly the same size as it would be on the phone.
Mm.
And then that will tell you, if you've got to squint at it, you know the text is too small.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that now because
No, carry on, Peter.
So that's that page done. However, it's in a strange order, and the way it comes up automatically, you'll see that it doesn't work. It takes too long to draw that picture. There isn't a gap after it's time for a haircut. So the way in which I want this to operate is I'm just going to move that. So the first thing that comes up is this one. I need to, so this is the picture. I'm going to reduce the duration to 1 second. Okay, so it'll paint that picture much quicker. Then it's going to write, it's time for a haircut. And I forgot to put the exclamation mark in, which makes all the difference, I have you know. Oops, I'm running on the wrong one. Stop. To be careful which one you can only edit the edit window, not the so what I'm going to do is this delays when it starts. So this will write straight away. This will appear straight away and take 1 second. Then once it's written, once it's done that, it'll delay for 1 second and write this bit, time for a haircut. It'll then display this picture. Again, it's too long. I'll probably put 2 seconds. And the other two coming up doesn't matter, I don't think, in terms of speed. So it now looks like, come on, go back. I'll force it back.
Stop it and then move it.
You will do as I say. It hasn't got, I've failed there. When it comes up after I need a delay in this bit here before that picture comes up to get time for a haircut for the bald person to appear. It's supposed to be a bit of humor. And I'm going to reduce that down to half a second. But you can see how easy it is to play about with it, even if it won't do as I'm wanting to do.
So can you change the hand, or is the hand sort of the...
You can change the hand, you can change the pen. So.
And you can change whether the pictures appear or they get drawn in. You can change everything. The detail is incredible on this.
And this is all for the one-off payment that you put and the link up for.
Yeah, you pay extra for colored characters.
Yeah. And you can export it as an MP4 then. And that's what I imported into DaVinci. So that was I can do more, but that's all it is. It's not complicated.
I mean, it is a drag and drop. Is what you get.
Have you paid extra, Peter, to get the extra? Or have you just got
no,
standard?
Mine's the $49 one.
Yep.
And I knew I could do it like this because I'd seen it on Andy's. Because this, I didn't want to use a lot of the Doodly things can look Mickey Mouse in terms of a photographer's advertising. So you really want your pictures to do the talking, and the only thing you need Doodly to do is to be able to pull them in the right way and write these words where necessary. You may have noticed that Peter Duce photography, I think on the other one, I had it coming in at no seconds at all, which is where I meant to have it. Because I didn't want it to be written in, I just wanted it to come up.
I think the most difficult thing I found was not the mechanics of doing it, because it's knowing what you want to do in the first place and what's capable.
Yeah.
Once you know you want to put a picture on it, the tricky part is to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
And can you only work on the one slide in one advert? So you had to go to DaVinci to add more?
No, you just add another one here.
Oh, okay. Right.
So you can then add another and you put something else on it then.
Yeah.
And go on.
And you can drop in video sequences as well.
Yeah.
So if you've got an MP4 made by an Emoto, you can drop it in here too.
Or anything else. So basically you went to DaVinci then, Peter, to smooth it all out?
Well, to add the in DaVinci, what I wanted to do was to add the in between each one of these sections here. Let me put it in. Isn't it? So that's the whole video. But between each one of these they fade in and out. So you get a slight fade. So it just gives it a better look.
Yeah.
But it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, you can do it in Doodly. It's just as you say, a bit clunkier.
For some reason, it's not going back to the beginning. And there I've been able to manage to get the music to come on. I've cut the front end of the music off and shifted it all over slightly. It's still kind of mixed. And what I have done to elongate stop a minute. When the end of a Doodly session, it's very difficult to get it to hang on that last frame. So once it's finished writing the last frame, it just disappears. So what I've done is taken a copy of that last frame and put it on here and added it as an extra frame so that it, I don't know whether I can show you that actually. So at the end of this thing, it did jump on this, so you can, it's not been done very well. See there? The difference between those two.
Yeah.
But
It's hardly noticeable.
You hardly notice it. But that piece there is added in to give me the exact length that I want it to last afterwards. So those things are not, you can put it in by putting a delay into the next piece that you write in Doodly. But when you get to the, I'm not quite sure how you'd bodge that when you get to the end of the thing. End of the
advert.
Yeah. And I did have many learning DaVinci during this process as well. Was interesting. I did lose a few things once or twice. I had to redo them, but it was worth it. I think I know how to use it now.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else I can help you with?
So how many, Guy, are you using Doodly?
Peter, do you want to unshare a minute?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've done a Doodly. You've seen it, haven't you?
I haven't seen it. No, I've never looked.
Okay. I've done a Doodly for headshots. I didn't use it because at the time we're in full lockdown, and I thought nearer the time, which is probably about now. I did a voiceover as well, which I've got a voiceover program to do. I've got a better program than I used at the time. If you want to see it, do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just got to find it. Where did I put it?
Steve,
Is it in the bin down below by your?
Oh yeah. Give me a moment. I'll go and find it for you.
Steve,
You chat among yourselves while I do that.
Steve created a Doodly the other day as well. I think I seem to remember seeing one. Steve.
In the meantime, just a quickie about these pet competitions for the guide dogs. Just remind me, Alan, how we're doing for the fundraising. How's that work, please?
Okay, finish Doodly, and I'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay, I'm looking for the.
I'll make a note.
I'm looking for the file. So give me a moment. New tab.
Thanks for that, Peter, by the way.
That's all right.
I was coming back to that, Carl. Don't worry.
I don't think I told you anything you didn't already know.
I've never used Doodly, so it was all new to me. It's all good.
I've got a question for Carl before I forget. You know your family competition that you set up?
Did
you
register to win?
Yes.
I've frozen.
Did you, when you done your Facebook advert, did you do that as traffic to your website?
Yes, I think conversion is what I used. Maybe
Conversion.
it was getting people. So basically, when they hit the Learn More button on the ad, they got taken to the landing page on the website.
I set mine going the other day and I copied your questions about why they wanted to enter. I set it away yesterday. I've had 6 entries. I think it's cost us just short of £2.
That's
Brilliant.
good. Yeah.
One of them just didn't answer why they wanted to win at all. Another one said, because you've done me wedding photography.
That's good enough reason. That's brilliant reason.
That's a
that one.
great reason, yeah.
That was
And
first
the
one.
ones you want to avoid is because they couldn't afford it otherwise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, Guy, you said something last year that really struck my mind.
I
And I've
struck you, did I?
worked I've worked to that all the time. And during one of the sessions last year, you said, if somebody doesn't want to spend £50 with me, then they're not my client.
Yeah.
And that sort of stuck in my mind.
So what have you gone for the people that want to spend less?
Yeah.
£2.50. Right. Can I share my screen, Alan?
Yep, it should be open.
Share screen.
My other computer's just died, which doesn't matter because I'm not on it anymore.
What am I
The
looking
dog's
at?
gone.
Now, am I doing optimized for video clip or not?
You should do,
That's
really.
not available to me.
I didn't use it on mine. I don't know.
Okay, fine. Let's do it
was
then. Let's see what happens.
jerky?
Right. Are you ready, guys?
Yeah.
Let me just.
Losing clients without even knowing it. What if I told you that you may be losing clients without even knowing it? Give me just a moment, and I'll illustrate it for you. The solution is like child's play. However, most people are totally oblivious to it. Well, we all know that people love to buy from people they know, like, and trust. Most people instinctively make their minds up when they see a person. So, why do business owners hide behind a logo or a very poor photo? Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Why hide? Are you not worthy, too busy, or just never thought about it? Celebrate your business. Value. Introduce yourself with a business portrait headshot, professionally designed to present you as a likable, trustworthy person to do business with. Let me help you be the one they trust to do business with instantly. What if I told you that you may be losing clients without even...
What do you think?
That's very good, Guy.
I think it's a bit full. There's too much detail in there.
So
Too
it
long.
Yeah.
it should be your 3rd or 4th video you show.
Well, I thought for my first attempt, it wasn't bad.
No. I was thinking of the order because you're asking a client to close,
Yes.
and the wisdom at the moment is that you get them to know you a few times. So subsets of that you can use to go out first time and second time, with the closing one to third one. I agree. It is long, but I have no idea whether the long will work or the.
Well, maybe as a lead gen, this is what you get as a lead gen.
In the
when you
funnel, that
sign
would
up.
be, yeah, in
When
the
you
funnel,
sign
Guy,
up.
that would be perfect.
Say that again?
In a funnel, that,
Yeah.
that would be
I
perfect.
was going to put it as a funnel, and I say, give us your details and I'll show you why you're losing money.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. There's quite a few spelling mistakes.
Yes, that's me.
And the other thing that doesn't hit it with me, and I'm sure with other people, because I want their comments as well, is the $sign rather than the pound sign.
Well, I wish I could change that, but
Okay.
that comes with Doodly.
You could get a picture of a pound and organize it as a picture. And just
I could Photoshop it. I could copy theirs.
Yeah.
And mess about with it. I just for my first one, I couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
So for my first one, I thought it's a concept, a proof concept, you know.
No.
How long have you had that running, Guy?
I've not had it running at all. It's, by the way, it's 2 minutes long.
No, so have you not got it on your Facebook page yet?
No.
Ah, right. I was going to ask you how it was doing, like how many views it had.
I honestly, I can't tell you. I won't bullshit you. I just can't tell you.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Did you buy the add-ons, the enhanced sort of?
No, I just spent the $49, which is what?
Because I saw you had a picture of a photographer there, and I went through and I couldn't find.
It's all in there. It's all in there.
I must have to look a bit deeper. I couldn't find.
But you know what? If you really, really, really want, you can find photographs of photographers on as line drawings on Google, and drop them in. So just because they're characters, it draws a little bit different. Yes, where a photograph, it draws in strokes. Yes, but a character draws a line drawing. The drawing style is a little bit different, but apart from that, there's no difference. So whether it does an intricate drawing or quicker drawing, you're probably better off with the quicker drawing because it takes less time.
Can I make a comment?
Yeah.
I don't know whether you're trying to talk to clients or photographers.
Clients, business people, they're all about business, that are switched on about business, because they're the people that I want in here because they know how important it is. I'm not trying to convince someone that doesn't have a clue about business and therefore won't value what I do for them anyway. If they don't get the fact that people do business with people and you've got to be personal, then it's pointless advertising headshots to them.
Do you want to unshare a minute?
Where is it unshare? Stop share.
Screen.
Yeah.
Steve, have you got one?
I have done one. I'm not sure how I can show it to you off of my laptop, which is I missed most of this because my laptop crashed and then it wanted to update. So that's why I was gone for such a long time. I wasn't ignoring you all. But I did one the other day, which with help of Peter, because I couldn't quite grasp how you could include pictures. And of course, you import them as and add them to your gallery. And then as Guy has just said, that it paints the picture in rather than draws it in. So I did one which I think lasts about 30 seconds. But I don't know whether anybody can. It's probably on my Facebook. Well, I know it's on my Facebook page, but I don't know how I can get to that from here to show you that, unless one of you guys can do it.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to counteract all this now. Now that Andrew's had his running or did have it running for a while, have you had any reaction to yours yet, Andrew?
I don't think. I think it's more of a gimmicky thing, to be honest. We've done the same advert as a Doodly and as a picture for a Guess the Eggs competition, and the actual picture has had loads of interaction. The video, people are watching it but not entering from it. So I would say people are happy to watch the videos. It's good for maybe building. What do they call it? For people to get to know you, but I'm not so sure it actually gets the results of actual bookings.
So it's good for traction.
Yeah, I think but I'm not. Maybe Facebook is showing people that like to watch videos your advert potentially, and maybe it's not going to the right audience. I don't know.
You know, your Easter egg competition.
Yeah.
Is it the same number as last year?
What was it last year?
I don't know. I was going to ask you.
I don't know. I didn't do it last year.
Oh, right. Because I seen that it must be an experience thing, is it?
Yeah.
Because I seen the picture last year and there was loads of people doing it last year.
Right.
And then when I seen it on your page, I thought, oh, I wonder if it's the same number as last year.
So to recap, you've run an advert, same ad copy, just one with a doodly and one without a doodly,
Yeah.
and you got the same results or less results?
No, less results.
Okay. So
People
Steve,
are watching it, but we're
Yeah.
not getting the bookings from. They're not doing the clicks like they
Well-
are on the picture.
maybe it's good for branding, not necessarily for conversions, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Steve, I've got your Facebook up. If I share my screen,
Oh yeah, good. I was.
is this the top video here with the babies?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it up. We'll put the volume on and we'll start at the beginning. Awesome. And you didn't use the hand, and it didn't look as gimmicky.
Yeah. I decided that I think the hand can look a bit gimmicky, but I think that for some things like the one that you've just shown us,
Yeah,
that kind of works. But for something,
it's Doodly's designed as an infomercial.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
there to educate and inform, not necessarily to it's an explainer video.
Hmm.
So if you're explaining what to wear and what not to wear, yes, you can have a character talking. That would be awesome.
yeah.
So this is your other videos. So I like the way you used it. It's it doesn't look as gimmicky, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do that without Peter's help, because I just didn't know how to get these images in there.
Well, you've done
And the other
really
thing
well.
that I'd forgotten, of course, when I first started to put one together, was the aspect ratio, because I was doing it just as their standard one, which is fills the screen as a horizontal image. And I suddenly thought, no, actually, it needs to be more of a square image. And of course, in their presets, you can go to one which is specifically for Facebook and other similar sites, you know. So that's why
Remember,
it's that.
talking about size, I've shrunk it down so it's on my screen roughly the same size as it would be on my phone. Then
Yeah.
I'm playing it again, and can you see that text is not easy to read?
No, that would be my next move. When I do it
So you
again,
need-
it would be to increase the size of the text. Yeah.
At least by 2 to 3 times bigger.
Hmm.
Those first two ones, Steve, I think there's some great images on there, but the writing going over the top of the images kind of destroys the look of it. Whereas that last page, the focus across the top of the baby doesn't matter, and you fitted the words around.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can add another page with the pictures reduced, so that you can actually see the words
Yeah.
without
Good
them
idea.
going over the
Yeah.
top of the.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I would start with a picture really, really big, filling the screen to capture people's attention, and they have it shrink down and the words appear. You know, because if the picture's small and the words, it doesn't capture anyone's attention.
Yeah.
So moving pictures is a thing that captures their attention. So give them a big picture and then shrink it to the side and put the text up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good tool though, isn't it? It's
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I never thought of using it without the hand.
I hadn't either. That means I've got to redo that DaVinci bugger.
You want to unshare, Guy?
Yeah.
There we go. Any questions on Doodly?
I think I need to download it and have a play.
Then they do a free trial offer or 100% money back guarantee as well.
Was that a question, Guy?
No, they do something like
They
that.
do they?
So, yeah. And you'll get shitloads of, pardon my language, emails from them trying to get you to upgrade. like 2 or 3 emails a day.
I haven't tried yet, but once you've bought the basic version, as we mostly have, onto one machine, can you log on to it and use it on a separate machine?
I
It's
don't
like a
believe
laptop?
so. You might get away with 2 installs, but I don't think you can do dozens of them.
No,
On,
no.
James.
When I asked about it before I signed up, apparently you can put it on as many computers as you like.
Really?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you just got to log into it from the other, say a laptop,
Yeah.
as opposed to a PC, and then download it onto that machine.
Yeah, and they don't do a free version as a trial, but there is a money back time period. I can't remember how long it is.
Hour.
Well, probably.
Andrew, when you did your one with it, you were the one that did the one with the Extreme, didn't you?
Experience group.
Experience group, yeah. How did other people, have they marketed that yet to see what feedback they got?
I don't know, to be honest.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
That was a Mother's Day promotion, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
I think it's all gonna. It isn't to judge an advert at the moment either, because I don't think the world is back to normal, whatever normal it's going to be, as regards to people responding to adverts and that sort of thing, full on yet. I think in the next week or so, just before we all open and everybody knows that things are going back to normal, roughly on April the 12th, I think you might find a little bit more, traction going to adverts, working, etc. I hope it is. I hope that, for everybody. Some people are starting to get response immediately, aren't they? I know a few people that have set promotions running the last week have already had bookings from it. I discount you, Jude. If you get bookings all year round, no matter when it is, we can be in a world lockdown, nobody working, you'd still get bookings. We've got to work hard for it.
Do you think that people, when they get back to whatever normal is, will end up trying to do too much and then cancelling stuff because they've suddenly got this new freedom and life has taken over and they accelerate beyond the point at which they can do everything?
I'll speak first and then other people. I think that's why if you've advertised previously, they might struggle to turn up. Whereas if you advertise in the next couple of weeks, they know that's in their diary. But that's my own personal feeling. Everybody's going to have different opinions on that, I'm sure.
I think that's where charging a booking deposit is essential.
Yeah, but even with a booking deposit, if it's been a miserable few weeks and suddenly there's one sunny day, they will cancel to go out with the family, So, when you book people like, 10 weeks in advance, they're going to move. No one plans that far in advance. And the reason I'm saying 10 weeks in advance is, yeah, whatever, we'll get there. And 2 weeks beforehand, they go, oh, we can't make it. So the deposit helps, but it still doesn't stop that kind of stuff. You're right, Alan. People don't think more than 2 to 3 weeks in advance, unless it's a major thing like a wedding,
I think the other thing that we need to do is that we need to have a meeting, probably like on a Monday night or something, or Sunday night, and we all ought to do a rain dance and hope that it lasts a whole week, so that nobody can cancel any bookings for that week because it's rained.
I agree with you.
Yeah, you work out the choreography, Alan, and you demonstrate, and then we'll all follow. Yeah.
Well, I was about to say that I wouldn't be able to be involved in it, unfortunately, but I'd have great fun in watching everybody else trying to do it.
I can teach you a tango if you want.
I was going to say you asked the wrong person because we've got a professional teacher on here, but so there's no way would I get involved in anything like that, Steve. Even involve a frilly dress or anything as well. No, I wouldn't do that again.
Oh, you'd love being in a dress, Alan, admit it.
Only on Friday nights, Guy, only on Friday nights.
My first appointment, when is your first appointment after lockdown?
Who are you talking to?
Anyone?
19th for me.
19th? Anyone beat the 19th?
On the 12th. I've got one on the 12th.
Well done. I got one on the 12th too. It's a graduation portrait.
Yeah. So family of three, they've got a new baby. She was She was one of the winners.
Right.
And she's absolutely over. She actually rang me on the day the baby was born and said, can I still use this prize? I said, well, of course you can. I said, when was a baby born? She said, today. So yeah, they're coming in on the 12th. Yeah.
I did have some booked for the week of the 12th. I had 2 babies in each day, but next Tuesday I'm getting my eye done, so I've had to cancel the first week back because it's the 3rd week of recovery. So I'll not be able to shoot. Cataract.
I didn't understand. What's
Cataract.
cataract? Cataract. Maybe it's audio. I'm thinking, what's a cataract? Okay, cataract. Okay, maybe it's the accent.
Yeah, actually, Guy, I think you had it right the first time, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, there's some very strange crossing of species up there in Newcastle.
And they tend to support Newcastle as well, Steve. If my facts are right.
So remember, you did a promotion a while back with the people that do Churchill gowns, Alan.
Yeah, well, Jane set that up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I bought some gowns from Churchill.
Yeah.
2 gowns, 2 mortarboards, and it's
I called them waterboards.
It's because I've got that page on my website that I got this booking. The chap's driving all the way from Kingston, as in South Croydon, all the way to me, which I'm north of Watford. It's an hour plus. It's a really hard drive. Anyway, it's all the way around the M25. But anyway, so his wife is due any day. So that's very near her due date. So we might be doing a newborn baby on the spot, as it comes out.
Who else is opening on the 12th then?
We're opening on the 12th.
Yeah, we're probably going to do, I haven't really discussed this with Dibs yet, but we're probably going to do like an open day on the 12th sort of thing. Just
have a party.
Yeah, kind of like just
It's
invite
like
people to
drop
pop
in.
in.
Yeah, they can't pop in en masse though, can they?
Yeah, they can.
They can queue.
We're COVID-free zone.
So now have you had your jabs, guys?
No.
No, I've had my jab yesterday. My arm is really, really sore. I feel a lot happier doing that shooting now than I was without it. The next one is in November. I think I've got it for or something, but
It'd be before then.
Yeah, 12 weeks.
12 weeks or whatever. 12
You
weeks,
had yours, Alan?
Yeah.
Alan, have you had your jab?
Yeah, I've had one.
You had one, yeah. What was your arm like?
They didn't put it in my arm, they put it in my leg.
All right.
I was upside down when they tried.
I didn't say drop your trousers.
No. They said that they wanted to put it about 12 inches away from my brain. I said, well, that's down near my ankle then.
I didn't know you were that short.
That's why we call him up, Alan.
Peter, I was fishing.
So just let us know about this promotion stuff again, Alan, just to recap.
Okay, so basically, if you want to run a competition or a promotion similar to what we set up in RMG, you now do it yourself as an individual studio and provide the prizes that you want to provide, whatever that is to be. So there's no national judging, there's no national competition or anything. But what you can basically run the promotion exactly the same by donating money to exactly the same charities, but the prizes come via you. So you do it on a 12 monthly thing, donate and come up with the prizes. Strongly suggest you don't give prizes from the studio, give vouchers from other shops or something like that. Because the big thing is about getting people in. And then what we've just done, unfortunately, it's under my name because the way it's set up, but the page is there. Is there's just a Just Giving page set up for all the 3 charities. that when you've had a donation, you can just go and put the money in there and it goes directly to that charity. So it's a way that if you did very well out of RMG, you can still run it because the public aren't basically going to notice any difference, apart from the fact that you haven't got £1,000 to give away.
I'm sure we can go to a local dog groomer.
Yep.
And say, can you give us 50 quid's worth of vouchers, and go to the vet and say something and get a whole basket full of prizes.
Yep.
You know, and I think that'll be useful.
Yeah, it is. And also then you can link them into your Facebook advertising and vice versa. When I did it the very first year at RMG, I got heavily linked with a local independent pet shop. And they put a huge picture in the window, advert picture in the window, and they gave out leaflets with every sale. Went down an absolute storm. You know, the advertising on Facebook is a great way, but to get it to work locally, you've got to work with other local trades, really. So that's the idea behind it, Guy, is the fact that because RMG isn't in existence anymore, so the National Portrait Awards aren't, it enables you and others to still run the competition as you did before. I say with the only difference really is that there isn't £1,000 cash to a national winner.
I think what works is if you take photographs of the prizes, let's say the local vets, I know our local vets sell food as well. So we can have a bag of their food saying the local vets are donating this £20 item. The local charity, the local pet shop is donating this item, etc., etc. So it becomes a basket that's worth £500 or something, you know.
Yeah, what you've got to watch for though, is that as a previous dog owner, you know, what they give you as a prize, you know, that dog might not be able to eat, or you know,
you have a little something that you have something there that they can swap it.
Didn't get groomed, so as a groomer, we wouldn't use that prize. Maybe a voucher.
Yeah, you're right. A voucher looks really
rather than an item.
Yeah,
you can show products to say, you know, the voucher can purchase these type of products.
People tend to want products more than just a voucher, but I think you can have the product is you can swap it for something else of the same value. But
Andrew,
you know,
sorry for cutting in, Guy. Just suddenly thinking, Andrew, you know your shop thing that you set up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about running a competition involving
Yeah.
You're doing it, aren't you?
But we will do. Not yet though. We're waiting until we get open, and then we'll go along those lines.
What are you doing?
Well, we've got about 35 companies that are in the Shop Local app.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna sort of pool a prize from that for the people that are on that have got the app.
Great.
Estate agents putting in houses.
Sorry, Peter.
Estate agents putting in free houses.
Yes.
Yeah, I've tried estate agents and doing stuff with them, and it just did not work. Pardon?
It was only a joke.
They're hard. Estate agents are hard work.
Yeah. And we did one where they gave out vouchers. We didn't get a single ding out of it. Whether they gave it out wrong or whatever, or they tossed them in the bin, I don't know. But card dealerships worked for us, but estate agents and hairdressers, nah, didn't work.
No, but what I was getting at with Andrew is because he's got these links with these local companies, and they're all in it together, it's going to be it's going to be easier then to do some form of interaction between those companies that are on there as regards to competitions, etc., etc. So
absolutely. So the Shop Local app is national, is it, Alan, or is it just to you?
No. Well, I mean, I'll sell it to you, but I'll have to go to Andrew to get the rights.
Oh no, I'm saying Andrew. Andrew, this is something you've done for yourself. That's it.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's free for the businesses, free for the customers.
Okay.
Kind of a win-win, really.
What Andrew's basic.
Andy?
Sorry, you broke up then, Judith.
Have you had much back from it?
We've had a few, but not a massive amount. But I think again, it's to do with the time of the year. I think once we're open, I think that might change.
Mm-hmm.
The beauty of it is it's another database to advertise to that we wouldn't have had. So.
And it's, yeah, I mean, I still think it's a brilliant idea because you're showing, or you're getting your company in front of people that weren't necessarily thinking of photography.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I think is brilliant about it.
So maybe I missed the whole thing, Alan. Sorry. Tell me about the app. Is it your idea and you running it and how you manage it and all that?
Yeah, I'll go before Andrew a minute. It's £250 for the app via Andrew, and it's £99.95 discount if you pay me. And I'll put you on to Andrew. Carry on, Andrew.
No, it is an app using sticky albums. But you can use, I think it's my photo app. You could use it in that.
I've got sticky albums, yeah.
Yeah, so it's sticky albums. And then you just initially we designed the graphics for each company, and then approached them saying, "This is the finished product. If you just give us an offer, we can insert it, and away we go." And so it was quite a bit of time setting up their graphics, but rather than go to them and say, "Send us your logo, send us your web address, etc.," because people they can't be bothered, they haven't got the time. So because we'd done the groundwork beforehand and sent them the offers, then people were quite happy to sign up for it. And then once it's been up and going, friends of friends who run businesses have contacted us. And so it's slowed down a bit now the last week, but I think it's got 900 followers in the month that it's been running.
Awesome. And are you asking people to promote it on their Facebook, of course, and Instagram?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And is there a way of people contacting feedback directly from the app, or do they just have to pick up the phone and call?
What do you mean? Sorry, Guy.
How do customers contact the businesses?
With the apps, that's all the information is on the app.
So I think you published the link to the app on the photographers, didn't you? On this Facebook page.
I don't know. Did we? Maybe.
Is it possible to see it? Or have a link so I can look at it?
Yeah, bear with me.
It is. I think it's a fantastic idea. I think it's just a shame that you haven't gone nationwide with it.
Yay!
I think you should do one every area.
I've got a telesales girl sitting at home doing bugger all. So, get phoning,
Now you got to go through Andrew. No, sorry, through me to Andrew.
Yeah.
There'd be no point going national, though, would there? Really?
Well, no. You can go by postcode, and each postcode can have its own little shop local thingy or group of postcodes.
I think you'll find that a lot of areas have already got this type of thing, but it's not necessarily set up and run just by businesses. It's been run by, in our area down here, we've definitely got 2 or 3 that the local businesses advertise on. But this one that Andrew set up is specifically just businesses to the clients. So nobody else can post on it other than just the people that are advertised on it, which I think makes it a lot more professional.
Well,
We've got
posting on it, no one can post on it. It's only Andrew can post on it.
No, they can post, and then we just approve them.
Oh, that's new. I've not seen that before from Sticky.
Oh no. The Sticky is we control that bit, but the Facebook group.
Oh, okay, the Facebook group.
Group. Then people can post themselves.
I'm involved in something similar called Doodly, which is planning on being national. But I haven't got too involved yet because we haven't been advertising, so it just hasn't been worth it. But
so
I'll put the link in the chat for you there, Guy.
Is this an idea? Is this an experience group idea?
I think it might. I think part of the experience group came from them. It came from the original concept of it. But a lot of people were having trouble getting the businesses to actually do anything. That's why we came up with the idea of designing the graphics for them, so they don't have to do anything apart from give us their approval.
Okay, that's really easy. It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think some people thought they were too big for the app. So they didn't join because they thought they were bigger than the 30 odd businesses that were involved. So
You're always going to get that, aren't you?
yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, the more businesses, the better.
Well, you'd think so, but obviously not in some people's eyes.
Yeah. An offer is an offer. I mean, as a client, why would you want to go to this web page? Well, number one is because you want to support local. And number two is because you get an offer. And the more people offer, the more likely you are to find people wanting to use the app, you know? It looks lovely.
I still think it's a brilliant idea.
Awesome. So from the app, the only thing they can do is email you, call you, or click on the website.
Yeah, well, obviously the app is not designed for the other businesses in terms of, apart from their offer, but obviously because we've designed the app, we want people to see our offer.
Of course.
And contact us and visit our website.
Of course.
So that's the purpose of the website links for our benefit.
That's right. And they can change the app whenever they want to. Just send you an email with some new text.
Correct. Yeah.
The ones that, like we've discussed already, once the public start getting out there, being able to spend money on booking something or purchasing something rather than online, I think you might find that app will start to take off, and then the other businesses will want to be involved then, won't they?
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
What's the website group? The focus, sorry, what's the Facebook group for it?
What's it for?
No. What's the name of the Facebook group?
Oh, I don't, bear with me.
Shop local, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Shop local, but then it's got some numbers after it. So
Shop local app.
There you go. I'll pop a link in again for you.
Okay. No, it's called Shop Local App. Well, I think there could be a case to say shop local Nottingham, shop local Dunstable, shop local, you know what I mean?
Oh, of course, yeah, absolutely.
It's just having the time to do it, isn't it?
It is, because to be honest with you, once we get back to work, I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
It's literally going to be left to their own devices. So if they post on it, they post off it. And if they don't, they don't. But basically, anyone that joins it will still get their data. So we can still email those people. And we can still post in the group. So, you know, it's another avenue. But once we go back to work, we're not, because at the moment we're posting everybody's offers for them as well, you know, the graphics, but we're not doing that anymore.
No, because you're doing it for free, aren't you? Not
yeah, exactly, absolutely.
Well, at the end of the day, you can say, here's a template, design it yourself, and just give us
we sent them all yesterday to each company so they can do their own from now on. So
yeah, and you upload it.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome.
Another project for you, Guy.
Well, you know, it's one of these things where you put in your armory of tools, and at certain times, it might be good to pull out, you know, especially if you have like-minded businesses that share a specific client group, like Boudoir Photography, Ann Summers, personal shoppers, weight loss people, personal trainers. It's all about the beauty health industry kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Pole dancing in Newcastle.
Say that again?
Pole dancing in Newcastle.
There you go.
I was going to ask Sharon and Morag what they felt about Ann Summers being linked to Boudoir. But they're not here.
My wife is an Ann Summers rep. She sells a lot of stuff online. The volume of stuff I see go out is incredible. Parcels are arriving and going and arriving and going. But because she does it on eBay, it's national. But she has a small local clientele. But it's a start, you know?
I've always got a hood and something else on when I go in, just so nobody recognises me.
Steve, you could set one of those up with all your friends.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll go down well.
You never know, mate.
Did you say that was Ann Summers, Guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, I prefer
Donna Summers.
who? That's before my time. Agent Provocateur. It's a more expensive upmarket version.
Is that next door to Primark, or is that past Marks and Spencer's?
That's London only, kind of Oxford Street kind of thing.
Ah,
yeah.
You see, that's not from down here. We don't get to the big smoke that often.
Yeah.
I was quite worried when I moved to Taunton 15 years ago, and there were probably, I must have counted 10 or 20 hairdressers. So people need to make, and there were at least 5 sex shops.
Well, obviously, if you have lots of
what
sex,
do people do in Taunton?
Peter, I know what area of Taunton you were in. It's not the best area. There is a better side of Taunton than that side.
They've all closed down since.
Right, has Alan disappeared? No, Alan.
No, I haven't. No, Andrew had to go.
Andrew, I'm sorry, I'm getting Andrew and Alan confused. Has Andrew disappeared?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm going to say goodbye, guys. Thank you.
Well, I'm about to say goodbye. Before you go, I just want to thank Peter so much for explaining that today, Peter.
Yeah,
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, Peter.
Very
I'm
useful,
sure
thank you.
It's helped everybody in that type of thing.
Mm.
So I think, yeah, tremendous help on that, Peter. Thank you. As per everything, really, somebody's got to be the guinea pig. Makes yeah.
Oink, oink.
Don't forget, guys, Friday we've got newborn baby workshop.
Awesome.
I will be sending me little reminder out. Do you like your little reminders?
Yeah, I think they're
it's
very
handy.
useful, actually, because you're bombarded all the time with webinar this and webinar that, you know.
Not
Yeah,
here.
My
2 a week.
wife's always curious to know who's texting me at 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Sometimes I'm sitting and I remember and I think, oh God, I haven't done it.
Guys, gotta go.
Ding, ding, that'll be Judith. Right, bye.